Hello. Are we working? We are, I believe. Hello, hello, hello. Amy, first to comment today. Hello, my lovely. I hope you're well. Good evening, Sue and Nicola. Hello. Angela, good evening. And Mandy. Jutta, hello, hello, hello. I hope you're well, my lovely. Good evening, Suzanne, Becky, Emma, Kirsty, Sonia. Good morning, Beverly. Hi, Nina and Julie. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody? Lisa, hello, hello, hello. And Becky, good evening, Sandy. Hello. Are we all okay? Have we had a good weekend? My weekend's been, actually, yeah, I've had quite a nice weekend. Quite a productive weekend. Evening, just placed a little order. Not a problem, Angela. I will add you onto the order list. So as you can see, everything behind me has slightly changed, just slightly. I haven't managed to put all my decoration up here. So it looks a little bit bare, but I will get it sorted for the next live. Sorry. Hi, Melanie. No, Sarah, I'm just greeting everybody, so you're not late at all. Savannah, good evening. Hello. And Sue, bless you. Thank you ever so much for the stars there. And Savannah as well, bless you both. Thank you, Savannah, for the stars as well. That's both very kind of you. And Sarah as well, thank you, my lovely. Kirsty was out last night wearing some of your pearls and they matched your outfit perfectly. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. I hope you had a good night as well. So what it is behind me is our new game or event, and it's called the Gonk's Gifts. Gifts. It's got a T in there. Gonk's Gifts. It's really quite hard to say. So it's a little bit like stuffed stockings. Now, when we did stuffed stockings this year, we only did it on 2 evenings, and stuffed stockings in the past has ran through like the whole of December. But because we had the other bits going on, I didn't get to do as many stuffed stockings as I wanted to. So I thought we'll do this, which, like I say, is a little bit similar. So if we go across, there we go, Gonk's Gifts. So basically, it's the same Gonks and names as the last ones. I could only fit 4 of the images on here, but I hope because they're a little bit bigger that you guys can see them a little bit more. So basically, you get to pick which one you want. Okay, so which Gonk you would like. And then I would dive in and pull out a parcel, and then in these parcels are a guarantee of at least 3 oysters and an item of jewellery. Okay, so they're quite stuffed like stuffed stockings, so a guarantee of at least 3 oysters and jewellery. And then we've got the bonus of, you've got potentially one of those oysters can be a 4 pearl oyster. And also you've got, this is a little bit different, you've got the potential of having a bonus item of jewellery in there as well. Now, some of them items would be jewellery where you would need to put a pearl on there, or it may be something that's already ready made up with a colour pearl already, and then it's an extra item of jewellery for you. Okay, and I'm on about like, sorry, my thumb got stuck then. You'll see. So yeah, it's a little bit like stuffed stockings. So yeah, we're quite excited to get that launched, and hopefully you guys will see what I mean once we start playing. Apart from that, we've got the new stock on the website, which is in the new in section, available for everybody to purchase now. And I think that's everything. I have popped an order list on the page, and was it Angela? I believe I just need to print yours off and I'll add you on as well. It was Angela, yes. So if anybody would like to order for today, there would be space available to have it today. And the order list at the moment has got, I'll tell you, 6 people on the order list so far. So if you would like to order for today, there's not going to be a long wait. How long is the game running for? That just printed really weirdly. Let me print that again. It's running up until Valentine's Day. Oh, Jutta, bless you. Thank you ever so much, Jutta. That's extremely kind of you. Thank you for the stars there, my lovely. So if I rip that and then I can shred that tomorrow. Good evening, hello. Lisa, if the order is still open on the website, so when you log on to your, so if you go onto the website and log into your user, if you like, on the website, if your order's still open, then yes, you can add to it. If it's closed, it means that it is packaged and is going to be shipped tomorrow morning because I've got a big postal run going tomorrow morning. So if it's open, yes, you can add to it. If it's closed, it means that it's already packaged and it's not in here anymore. It's ready to go in the morning. Has it really, Emma? I mean, Facebook does do that, doesn't it? Okay, so shall we get started for today then? Oh yes, and all oysters are available as well, apart from the 25 pearl oysters, but I will do a post as soon as they are here. So up first today is Nicola Dyson. Nicola, are you here? Nicola, hello, hello, hello. Donate the shells. Perfect. Thank you very much. You have got 3 oyster openings altogether. So donating the shells, Nicola, what 3 oysters would you like? So we've got the mystery oysters, which are a random mix of colours. So all colours available in that one. We've got Expand the Rainbow, which are lighter rainbow colours. Nunu Rainbow, which are darker rainbow colours, and the normal natural coloured oysters as well. So 3 openings altogether. What 3 oysters would you like? Apparently all you need is fluffy socks, rice, a wooden bead and a mop. Yep, I could understand that, Emma. So you fill the fluffy socks with the rice. You get the bead and sew it on as the nose, and then you put the mop on as the hair. Is that right? Oh, and you twist the sock to make a body and a head. Is that right? Mystery Nicola. Okie dokie. So 3 mystery oysters. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for? I'm losing tinsel. I've had to put my oyster bags down next to me, so I might have to get a table up next to me just because they are on the floor there. Right, let's go. Oh, let's get them open first. Good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to everybody joining. Hoping for black cherries, Nicola. Okay. So let's go down. Mystery oyster number 1. So we've got a fold in this. Just, you know how particular I get. It's just a fold because it was the last piece on the kitchen towel. Oh, okay. So softer pop there. I don't think that did enough. Oh, there we go. Okay, so first oyster, look at that. Okay, so sorry, there's your mother of pearl. Now look here, look at those two right down the front. How beautiful are they together? I can also see some more pearls on the side. So Nicola, you're starting us off today with quadding. You have got 4 pearls in your first oyster. Now I know you said you're hoping for black cherry. You've got a beautiful bright burgundy red there. Wow, wow, wow indeed. Let me pop them in here. So look at that gorgeous TARDIS blue as well. Burgundy red, lighter watermelon, and a blush pink. Stunning colours to start with there. Love that. Okay, moving on to oyster number 2. You've got a softer pop there. Okay, now there's a little bit of flesh there, but you can see that there's no pearls there at all. And then actually in here, I can see 1 and 2 pearls there. 1, 2, you are twinning. There's no more in that one. So twinning with your second oyster. Now these look like they are chocolatey purple twins. So one's more purple than the other. So they're both a base chocolate, and then they've got like a purple overtone to them. So the one on this side here has got slightly more purple to him. Let me just get that focused. Nope, let's try it this way. There you go. Look at those. And then moving on to your last oyster. So again, this one is your mystery oyster. Quite a nice lighter pop there. And in here, a little bit of flesh again, but there's no pearls on that side. I can see a peeper right at the top. And you've got a deep chocolate pearl, and there's no more in that one. Okay, Nicola, I know you said you was hoping for black cherries. So if you would like to swap any of these, we can of course do that for you. I'll need to know what 2 pearls you'd like on your jewellery. And then if you're happy with these, that's perfect as well. So I'll just go through the colours again for you. So you've got a TARDIS blue, a brighter burgundy red, a lighter watermelon, and a blush pink. Twinning chocolate purples, so they're both base chocolates with a slight purple overtone to them. And then you've got that larger, darker chocolate at the bottom there as well. Now, if I run these through the board for you, the TARDIS blue's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he is a 7. Watermelon's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Twin number 1's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And twin number 2's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5 as well. And your chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Now you've said to swap the twins out for your black cherries. Okay. So, and then just confirm for me, is it the black cherries on the jewellery? Sorry, I'm just getting to same shade and size there. Black cherry on the earrings. Perfect. So just have a look at these two here for me. Would you be happy with those ones? Then of course your twins are over there. They're the ones we're going to be swapping out. Are you happy with those two there? I'm just going to bring you back up. If you're not happy though, we can go back down. So I'm just going to write this down here. So black cherry on there. And the rest on hoop fittings, of course. Okay, perfect. The invoice for the hoop fittings, that will get sent across for you tomorrow, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form. Just popping these in here for you. Nicola, thank you for the donations with your shells, and I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, and that's safe up there for you, my lovely. I hope you're happy. Okay, not a problem, Cindy. I will do an updated order list as soon as I can. Up next then today is Joanne Chantry. Joanne, are you here? Nicola, you're very, very welcome. Oh, bless you, Linda. Thank you. I did something a little bit different and I thought, oh gosh, I've gone a little bit OTT, but I wasn't going to take it off and start again, but thank you. Talia, hello, 10th birthday. Oh wow, wish her a very happy birthday from us, my lovely. I'm currently looking for Joanne Chantry. Joanne, are you here? If Joanne is here, if anyone sees her, please comment on that comment, because as you know, it will bring it forward so I can see. And if, oh, yep, Joe, I can see you. No, that's perfect. Hello, my lovely. Joe, you have got one oyster opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? It's a nightmare. Oh, bless you. We always feel like that though, don't we? And then when the kids, they love their days. So I'm sure you've done brilliantly. So Joanne, you have got one oyster opening altogether. We've got mystery oysters, which are a mix of all the colours. Expand the rainbow, which are lighter rainbow colours. Nunu rainbow, which are darker rainbow colours. Or the normal natural oysters, which are natural colours. Okay, so which oyster would you like? Nunu oyster, and donate the shells. Perfect. So that's this one here. Is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? So let me get this open. And let's go down. So your Nunu Rainbow Oyster Joe. There's one side. And the other side. And here I can see straight away. Let me just see if I can. No, it's going to fall out as it's got dangly now. So there's your pearl there. I'm just going to have a squidge in that flesh. No, there's definitely no other pearls there. So if I pop this to the side, it looks like you've got a deep black cherry pearl here. Let me dry him up for you. And he's a purpley black cherry. So it's almost like he's a black cherry base, but has got like a grape purple overtone to him. In some lights he looks more red, in some lights he looks more purpley toned. What do you think to this one, Joanne? Now, if you're happy with this one to go onto your jewellery, he is yours. If you're not happy, you can change the colour. Just let me know and then I can have a look to see if we've got the colour you're requesting. Oh, so sorry. Let me pop him on the board for you. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. What do you think, Joe? Would you like to keep him? He is beautiful. It's because it's got that sort of two-tonal colouring to him. It doesn't change the colour, but can you see what I mean? It looks purple and red at the same time. I love it. But Joe, what do you think? Are you happy to keep him, or would you prefer to swap him? What is... Oh, Baba. Thank you, Aaron. Oh, I called you Aaron. How strange. Joe, keep him. He's stunning. Perfect. I'm glad you're happy with him. Let me pop him in here and on here. So Joe, thank you for the donations with your shells, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. He is truly a lovely pearl. I'm going to see if I can get a photo of him and capture the sort of colour tone with him. Right, let me pop that there. And like I say, I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives. I thought you forgot then.
No, you don't have any in there.
I know I don't. I've run out. But thank you ever so much, Bab. And when did you get that?
A couple of days ago.
A couple of days ago. Where did you hide it?
I have my hiding places.
Thank you, Bab. He's got me a new mug. But the other week, a couple of weeks ago, he got a new mug, and I walked into the kitchen. I was like, "There's a new mug," and he was like, "Oh, I didn't put that in my hiding place." So he meant to hide it from me, and I've been trying to find this said hiding place, and yeah, apparently I missed it again. Oh, dearie me. What's going on? Oh, Carol, I hope you're okay. You're okay. Have you got somebody to call on, Carol? I hope you're okay, my lovely. Bless you. Joe, you're very, very welcome. And up next, can we see the mug? We can. Let me just have a little look at it as well. It's wider at the bottom, it gets slightly thinner. It's got like, these are indented, it's an indented flower design. Like it's a little bit textured if you touch the design. Oh, bless him. If anybody who doesn't know me, I have a weird obsession of collecting mugs. So I must have nearing including Christmas mugs, over 100 now. So it's getting a little bit out of hand. But Aaron is the one who buys them for me now, so he knows me well, bless him. He spoils me so much and feeds the addiction. He does, Sue. He is the culprit. I haven't bought myself a mug in a few months. But yeah, no, he is lovely, isn't he? Right, sorry. Up next today is Sarah Goodall. Sarah, are you here? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to everybody joining. Oh, he is a sweetie. Right, I just need to make this bigger for a second. Okie dokie. Sarah, hello, hello, hello. So Sarah, you are one of the first people today to have one of our Gonk gifts. Might have to change the name because I can't say that quickly. So Sarah, I'm going to need to know which one of the Gonks you would like to choose. We have got Besotted, Smitten, Charmed and Hopeful. So which one would you like? We've gone for the same images and names as before. I just couldn't fit all 6 on because I made them quite large this time so you guys could see them more clearly. So we've ended up with 4 instead of 6, but what do you think? Which one would you like? Sarah, your daughter is saying Smitten. Okay, so Smitten is this one. Let's dive straight in to the bucket and I'm just going to bring you straight across here. Okay, so I'm going to open this up and we'll see what's inside. Okay. And you've got one with double jewellery. 1 and 2, and then 1, 2 and 3 oysters there. So double jewellery and 3 oysters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the bonus item of jewellery first, and this is a charm. So you've already told me a charm fitting that you would like, and this one does have a pearl already on him. It's a gorgeous deep pinky rose gold. So this is a natural pinky rose gold, and this is the rose charm as well. Now this one does have oxidized silver with the charm itself, so that means it does have darker silver markings, and as you can see you've got that rose design there. And then if I pop it against the white card again to show the pearl off, it is a gorgeous pinky rose gold. So that is your bonus item of jewellery in there. The item of jewellery for your opening is a crystal pendant. Now this one you can find on the website. Let me find the one with the chain. This one here. So you can find this on the website, and these are the dragon egg crystal pendants. They can have the pearl on or off the jewellery. Okay, so you can choose to have the pearl on or off. It's going to be completely up to you. And this one is the moonshine colour. So if I can just get this focused, I can show you. Why doesn't it want to focus, I wonder? There we go. So moonshine, which means it's got that light silver tone to him. It's got the same on both sides on this one, and then the actual dragon egg markings, so the engraved sections have almost got like a matte moonshine tone to them as well. Now if you choose to have your pearl on this one, it goes at the top and it would be able to move around side to side, or you can keep the crystal pendant as it is and have the pearls loose. Okay, so I hope you're happy with that one, Sarah. You've got your bonus charm as well. And then you've got, sorry, I just hit the camera then. You've got 3 oysters here. Wow, 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 wow. So I hope you're happy with all of that. So 3 oysters. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? I'm just going to smell these as I open them to hopefully avoid letting a stinker sit there. Okay, so would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So oyster number 1. Donate. Okay, there's one side and the other side. And your first oyster, look how bright they are. You are twinning. You can definitely see there's no pearls on that side. And you're twinning with bright blurple twins there. And there's no more in that one. Now straight away, they do look slightly different in size. So I was just having another look. They do look slightly different tones as well. So you've got one larger, lighter, and one visually smaller, darker pearl. Now the colouring with them is just slightly different. And blurple means it's a mix between a blue and a purple. So I hope you're happy with those there. Moving on to oyster number 2. There's one side and the other side. And in here we've got a darker pearl, and there's no more in that one. Let me just dry him up for you as well. So he is a darker silver coloured pearl. Let me just get that. Did I get it? Yep, sorry, he just had a little bit of flesh on him there. So this one is a darker silver pearl there. I'll just pop him under there. And then moving on to your last oyster. So again, this is from one of the parcels. So we don't know. Now all these oysters in the parcels could be New Rainbow, Expand the Rainbow, Normal, or the 4 pearl quadding oysters. And in here, I can see a peeper to this side again. And you have got 1 and 2. There's no more in that one. You are twinning for a second time. Now, these twins are definitely different colours. We've got one chocolate and then one purple. Definitely different tones. Now the chocolate is, let me show you. This one here. Oh, sorry if I get that focused first. Okay, so chocolate, slightly two-tonal with silver there. So silver and then chocolate. And then you've got this gorgeous dark purple as well. And actually on the camera he looks chocolate purple. Oh, okay, so he is, let me reposition. So he is purple and then has that chocolate section as well. I'm hoping you can see that there. So he's two-tonal purple and chocolates, and then two-tonal chocolates and silver. Now, let me just pop this over here so I can hold this up properly. So you've got twinning blurples, a silver, and then twinning chocolate silver and chocolate purple. It's very different, Heather. Now, Sarah, if you're happy with all these pearls, that's perfect. You do have the option to swap them if you're not happy. And then I will need to know what pearl, if any, if you'd like to have a pearl on or off the crystal pendant there. And if on, which pearl would you like? The visually larger blurple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Visually smaller is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. So they are measuring different sizes there. The silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, he is a 6. And then the chocolate silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the chocolate purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8 as well. What do you think to these, Sarah? And what would you like to do? Smaller blurple on the pendant, and can you have the chocolate purple on a hoop fitting? Of course you can. Can you just confirm, are you happy to keep the other pearls as well? So on the crystal, we're going to have the smaller blurple, and then you'd like to be invoiced for the chocolate purple on a hoop. Sorry, I write it and read it at the same time, so say it as I write it, just because then if I'm writing it wrong, you guys can correct me because you'll hear what I'm writing. Can we swap the silver for a TARDIS blue? I can definitely have a look for you. I've taken the other two out just because I popped them in their own bags, so then I can definitely not get it wrong when I process the pearls tomorrow. TARDIS blue. Just having a look. Oh, yeah, I've got one straight away there. I still, as you can see, haven't sorted out my swap pot yet. Now this one is two-tonal, so I'm just going to show you just in case. So it's mainly TARDIS blue. Then you've got this darker, can you see here? Darker section there, almost going into a black tone. Just that one spot though, if you can see. Let me hold it against my glove because then I can show you all angles. So yeah, the blue, as you can see, all the way round, apart from that one spot there, is blue. Would you be happy with that one? So I'm just going to take the silver to the side. If not, I can have a dig around to see if you'd prefer a different one. No, you're happy with that one? Perfect. Okay, so let me bring you back up again. It's different as well, Linda, isn't it? I remember that one coming out the other day, actually. Okay, so Sarah, I hope you're happy with everything there. Like I said, the invoice for the hoop fitting, that will get sent for you tomorrow. It will go to the email address that's on the order form. Thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells, my lovely. And that's safe up there for you. So I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's how the Gonk's gifts work. So not all of them will have the extra jewellery. Some of them will have 4 pearl oysters in them. And yeah, so they're all a little bit different. Yeah, so we'll just wait and see what's inside. Sarah, you're very, very welcome. And that brings us to up next today is Sophie Jones. Sophie, are you here? Also, I forgot to say, now I don't think this will happen, but there's 6 parcels in each one. So obviously if, for example, this one empties out and then there's no more in there, it doesn't get restocked until the next live. Like I said, I don't think it would happen that a whole tub would get emptied, but yeah, I don't have any, I'm not going to retop them up. I'm gonna, if it runs out, it has to get restocked to the next one. Does that make sense? Sophie, hello, hello, hello. Sophie, you also, that was my elbow. I'm going to do it again so you can hear. It crunches. I've got it on the table and I can crunch it. I know it's really bad, but I can crunch it, but it just sounds like something else. Sorry, Sophie. Sophie, you've got one of our Gonk's gifts. Let's go across. Which one would you like? So we've got Besotted, Smitten, Charmed and Hopeful. What do you think? Which one would you like, my lovely? and I've just updated the order list on the page as well. So if you have ordered, if you pop over to the page, you'll be able to see whereabouts you are on the order list. Can you have Hopeful and donate the shells? You can indeed. So Hopeful is this one. Sorry, I just realised you can't see my hand. Hopeful is this one here. So we're going to go for this one. And if I bring you across, so in your Hopeful, okay, so in here you have got a pair of earrings and 1, 2, 3 oysters there. So you've got a pair of earrings, Sophie. Now these earrings are not on the website, okay. Now I did post a customer order with them. I think it was today or maybe possibly yesterday. Now they're a little bit different, these earrings. Right, let me show you. So these balls on the end here unscrew. If I show you it like this. So the ball on the end unscrews and then you thread that section through your ear and then do the ball back up again, and then your pearl sits on the end here. So the pearl sits at the front, but then because obviously you're wearing it on the earrings, you do actually see the ball at the back as well. So you'll see the pearl at the front, if I get this focused, and then you'll see the ball at the back. So it's like the whole design. So they're quite unique. They're quite a different design, but they are I quite like them. So I hope you're happy with those, Sophie. And then alongside those, you've got 3 oysters here. So let me get these open. 1. Sorry, again, I'm just whiffing them to double check. And 3. So you've already said to donate the shells. Is there certain colours that you would be hoping for, my lovely? Oyster number 1. There's one side. Oh, and the other side. And straight away, I can see that you're twinning. Let me squidge those out for you. And there's no more in that one. So twinning with your first oyster with Autumn Peach twins. Now they do look like they are visually different to each other here. Okay, so we've got, sorry, I'm just cleaning them up a little bit. There we go. So this one is the slightly darker of the two. So slightly brighter. Now it is two-tonal, but again, only slightly. So you've got lighter and brighter areas as you go around the pearl there. And then number 2 is lighter, but with some darker spots almost, or splodges. So quite light here, gets brighter at the bottom and towards the top. So they are twins, but they do have slightly different colourings to them. Okay, so that's from your first oyster. Moving on to oyster number 2. There's one side and the other side. And straight away here, I can see a darker pearl. So let me just show you that side. There's no pearls there. And then in here, there's no more in that one. With this type of shell, it's normally, it's quite easy to see the pearls as you open it up, whereas the other shells, we do have to squidge for longer, just because there's more flesh and it sits in a different way. Now, the pearl from this oyster is a darker gunmetal grey. Again, slightly two-tonal, slight lighter area there compared to there. So you can see it's slightly mottled, lighter area, but a gorgeous dark gunmetal grey there. And then your last oyster. There's 1 and 2. And in here you've got a autumn peach again. Now again, I think this is a different shade to what you've got with your twins. So I think it's 3 different shades of autumn peach here. But if I dry him up, we can pop him next to it, next to the twins I mean, to... Yeah, if I pop it underneath. It's closer in colour to the lighter of your twins, but again, I would say it is a different shade. So altogether, Sophie, you've got twinning autumn peaches, one slightly brighter, one slightly lighter with darker spots. You've got a darker gunmetal grey, and he is also two-tonal. And then you've got a single autumn peach as well. Now I will need to know which 2 pearls you'd like to have on the earrings. And if you're not happy with these colours, we can swap them for you. So it's completely up to you, my lovely. If I run them through the board, the brighter autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. The slightly lighter of the 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. And then the single autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Okay, Sophie, what do you think and what would you like to do, my lovely? They are larger pearls, yes. But Sophie, what do you think? So like I said, we can swap them if you're not happy. Oh, have I got blacks to change the twinning peaches? Let me have a look to see if I've got matching blacks for you. So in this pot, I've got blacks and other dark colours like gunmetal greys. So let me just have a look. If you're happy for them to possibly be slightly two-tonal, I'll definitely have 2 solid blacks. See, those 2 would be two-tonal. Let me show you those 2. So when I say two-tonal, again, mostly black, but it just does have that slightly mottled area there. And then this one, again, has got mostly black, but just slight mottled area there. What do you think to those? Or if you prefer to have more solid blacks, then I can pop you on the waiting list. It wouldn't be long, it's just because obviously I think I've got one here, so it's just to match one to that one. No, you're happy with those? Okie dokie. And just confirm, are you happy with your other pearls there as well? So I'm just going to bring you back up, but if you're not happy with the other ones, I can go back down to swap them. So if I pop in here, we're going to have the black on the jewellery. You are happy? Okay, perfect. Sophie then, let's pop this on here. I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And thank you for the donations with your shells as well. And that's safe up there for you. Perfect. And up next then today is Sandra Waite. Sandra, are you here? It feels weird that I'm not restocking anything. I did it this way because I always forget to restock, don't I? But it feels weird that I'm picking something but then not restocking it. I'll get used to it. Oh, it's a good tea. So currently looking for Sandra Waite. Sandra, are you here? Hello, Bubba. It's a good cup of tea. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Sandy, that's perfect. I was going to call Sandy Marshall, but then I stopped myself just in case I was wrong. You okay? It's under here. Thank you, Bab. Where did I get my cup from? Thank you, Charlotte. Aaron, where did I get my cup from?
Tesco.
I thought it might be Tesco. It's a Tesco cup. Thank you, Bub. So, sorry, my lovely. You have got one of our Gonk's gifts as well. Can you say that?
What?
Gonk's gifts.
You're missing a T.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't pronounce.
Gonk's gifts.
It's hard, isn't it? Gonk's gifts. It's really hard to say. Right, let's go across, Sandy. Which Gonk would you like? We've got Besotted, Smitten, Charmed and Hopeful. Thank you, Bab. Is that tightly closed? Thank you, darling. Donate the shells and can you have Besotted? Of course you can. So if we bring you straight across and in here. Oh, oyster side up this time. So you've got 1, 2, 3 oysters and you've got one item of jewellery in there. Now, your item of jewellery is a crystal pendant. This is the raindrop crystal pendant. This is the largest size that we do and it is in our emerald green. Okay, let me show you this one. Oh, okay, so it is absolutely stunning. This one you can have a pearl on or off the jewellery. If you choose to have it on the jewellery, it goes towards the top and it can move around. Or you can have the crystal as it is and the pearls loose. Now this one is the same on both sides. It's just, as you can see with the crystal itself, just depends where the light hits it with the facets in the crystal to whether it looks like it's the lighter or the darker shades with the green. Gifty Gonk. Oh, that's easier to say, Linda. Oh, I'm going to make a note of that because I may change it to Gifty Gonk. Thank you, Linda. Okay, but Sandy, I hope you're happy with that, my lovely. So like I said, pearl on or off the jewellery, it's going to be up to you. So we've got 3 oysters here. One, 2, 3. So you'd like to donate the shells. Is there any colours that you're hoping for, Sandy? So oyster number 1. There's one side and the other side. And oyster number 1, you are twinning. Twinning with gorgeous lemon yellow twins there. Let me have a squidge. No more in that one. So lemon yellow twins to start with. Look at these. Now they look like they're the same size and the same shade as well. Beautiful yellows to start with. My sister used to call them lellos. Moving on to oyster number 2. I was thinking that, Emma, the yellow and green, they'd make each other pop, wouldn't they? Right, so oyster number 2, there's one side. Oh, that pearl just flew out then. You had a flying blue pearl, and you are quadding. You have got 4 pearls in your second oyster, and there's no more in that one. So 4 pearls here, and let me just pat these yellows down so they don't roll off. You have got a TARDIS blue, an icy blue, a black cherry, and a 2-tonal gold. So hopefully you can see it's pastel, then bright gold, so 2-tonal gold. So TARDIS blue, icy blue, black cherry, and a 2-tonal gold alongside the yellows. And then you've still got 1 oyster to go. So moving on to your last oyster. There's one side and the other side. No way! You are twinning. Yellows again, Sandy. It's your night to have yellows. There's no more in that one. They look very, very similar to your first set of twins. I'm just comparing them, possibly slightly brighter. Let me pop them both in the sand. Again, they look like they're the same size and shade as each other. And I think your second set here is slightly brighter than the first set. Sandy, what do you think to all of these? Now, if you're happy with all these colours, that's perfect. They are yours. If you're not happy, we can definitely swap them. Just let me know what you'd like to do. And then with your green crystal raindrop pendant, I'll need to know if you'd like to have a pearl on there or not, and if on, what colour you would like. If I run them through the board, yellow number 1, twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Yellow number 2, twin 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5 as well. So they are measuring the same size there. TARDIS blues, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Icy blues, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. Not a 6.5, he's a 7. Burgundy red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. Not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And the 2-tonal gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. Not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Then yellow twin set 2, twin 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Yellow twin set 2, twin 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5, so they're measuring the same size again. Can you have a yellow on the pendant? Of course you can. And can you love them all? Can I have lobster fittings on all the others? Of course you can. Now, before I move them, do you have a preference to which yellow goes on the jewellery? We've got 1, 2, 3 and 4. If you don't have a preference, it's absolutely fine, but I'll ask just in case. So number 1, number 2, number 3 or number 4. I'm just going to bring you up so I can write this down, but I'll know which one's which. So we're going to have yellow on the jewellery, And you'd like to be invoiced for the others on lobster fitting. I choose. Okay. Okie dokie, my lovely. So your invoice, that will get sent across for you tomorrow. And again, it will go to the email address that's on the order form, Sandy. I hope you're happy with everything there. Let me pop this in here as well. And thank you for the donations with your shells. And that's safe up there for you. I mean, do you want to know which one I chose, or do you want to wait? I know I could tell you the number that I chose. You're very happy. Perfect. I'm glad you're happy, my lovely. Sorry, do you know when you wear a top, I've got the label at the top of the top, which is bothering the top of my neck. I think I might have to cut it out after the live. It's one of those that it makes it almost not even itchy, like a scratchy label. Okay. Up next then today is Angela Sylvester. Angela, are you here? Sandy, you're very, very welcome. Do you know, it's just really annoying when that happens, isn't it, Beverly? Quite often remove them. I find that with my clothes, it doesn't happen a lot, but when it does, that's so annoying. And last time I wore this top, I just forgot to do it, so I might do it when I take it off tonight. Just take it off. Especially when it's on the top of the neck as well, because it's just one of the awkward places. Wherever you move it, it's going to be touching the skin. Currently looking for Angela Sylvester. Angela, are you here? Currently got 5 people on the order list for today, or left on the order list for today. So there is still space available. If you would like to order, you'll be added on for today, and there's not a long wait at all. Oh, Angela, hello. Linda, thank you for commenting on Angela's comments. I can't see it otherwise. So, Angela, if I miss anything, do make sure to shout at me, because I don't think that first one came through, my lovely. So, Angela, you also have a gift from the Gonks. That sounds really weird, but gift from the Gonks. Let's go across. Angela, which one would you like, my lovely? Besotted, smitten, charmed, or hopeful? And can I ask, guys, what's swaying your decision when you make it? Is it the name of the Gonks themselves? Is it the image of the Gonks? Or is it the colour of the buckets? What's swaying your decision to why, or even those who haven't ordered one, what would sway your decision to pick one? Do you know what I mean? Would it be the name, the image, or the colour? Image for you, Victoria. Image for you, Lisa. The names, Beverly, for you. Talia, the names. Names for you, Emma. Name. 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 Okay. Vibe I get when you read the name. How I'm feeling, what mood I'm in. Like right now, you're hopeful. Okay, yeah, I get that, Cassie, sorry. The name. Okay. Image and the bucket. So it's interesting for me to know things like that, because yeah, it's just really, I just find it really, really interesting. For me, it would be the image, the colour, and then the name. Okay, so Angela. Oh, sorry, Angela. Gemma, thank you for commenting on that. It's brought it through again. Sorry, Angela, if I'm not seeing your comments, my lovely. But can you have Charmed and donate the shells? Of course you can. So Charmed is this one here. I'm literally just diving in and pulling. I mean, not that I can see what's inside these anyway. If I show you, they're not see-through at all. Okay, so let's get this open for you, Angela, my lovely. And you have got a double jewellery bag, or parcel I should say, and then 1, 2 and 3 oysters for you, my lovely. So you've got 2 items of jewellery, you've got a bonus charm, and then you've got a pair of earrings. So what I'll do is I'll show you the charm first, and this charm is a ready-made charm, so it does have a pearl on here already. And then I've got the fitting type that you would like to have written down, that was selected on the website. So this is the open wings, or the open butterfly charm, I believe it's called. It's quite a simplistic charm, but it's quite effective in the way that it looks once it's being worn. Okay, so as you can see, it is a butterfly with hollowed wings. Now this butterfly has a curved wing set, so it's quite hard for you to see, but it curves. They're both curving inwards. Now I've paired this one with a pastel coral pearl. And as you can see, pastel coral there. Now what happens is the wings of the butterfly cup the coral pearl quite nicely. So then if I try to show you sideways, can you see it then cups around the pearl itself. Now obviously I will pop your fitting on here, Angela, so that's your bonus item of jewellery. I hope you're happy with that one. Now your pair of earrings, you can have your pearls on or off these earrings. It's going to be up to you. Okay, now they are hook back earrings, and we've seen them before. And they are absolutely stunning. So hook back earrings. Now I'm just going to zoom in on one of them to start with. So if you choose to have your pearls on here, they actually sit at the top, and they sort of sit around this area here. So they sort of sit, and then they go with the design of these. Now these have got the, is it the abalone design in them. Now these are all going to be different. They've got the same base design, but the actual like sections in between will have different designs, because it's the different cut of the shell. So they've got greens, blues and purples in them. I hope you're happy with those, Angela. Okay, so like I said, you can have pearls on or off of those. It's going to be completely up to you. And then you've got 3 oysters alongside them as well. So let's get these open. Now you've already said to donate the shells. Would there be certain colours that you're hoping for at all? 2 and 3. So oyster number 1. There's one side and the other side. And straight away with your first one, you've got a gorgeous, larger, deep purple pearl there. There's no more in that one. So I'm just going to dry him up for you and pop him in the sun. So first pearl out is a gorgeous dark purple. Moving on to oyster number 2. There's one side and the other side. And in here you have got a pinkle. Now a pinkle is a mix between a pink and a purple. There's no more in that one. So this one is a base pink, but then he does have a slight purple overtone to him. So let me get this focused so you can see. So you can see base pink, but then he's got a slight sort of tinge of purple. So he is a pinkle. And then moving on to your last oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in here, a gorgeous, larger, brighter autumn peach. And there's no more in that one. Now this is a bright autumn peach, but then he's got like a few autumn peach spots on him as well. So let me show you. Can you see those brighter spots at all? The Smurf blue, Cassie. Okay, so that means you've got a dark purple, a pinkle, and a spotty autumn peach. Oh yes, the steel blue, that's right. Now, Angela, I'll need to know if you'd like to have pearls on or off of those earrings. If on, then what two colours would you like? Now, again, you can swap these colours if you're not happy, or if you are happy, that's perfect. So if I run them through the board for you, the dark purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. The pinkle is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he is a 7. And then the spotty autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Okay, can you change the peach for a purple to match the other one? Okie dokie. And then would you like the purples on the jewellery? Now, I'm going to have a look to see if I've got a matching purple here. If I don't have one in this pot, it means that I'll have to swap it off of the live. Now that's just because I don't have all my pearls next to me, but I think that I'll definitely, let me have a look through as I put these back. I think I'd definitely be able to swap it. It's just because I don't keep all my darker pearls next to me. So I have way too many. No, that's a different shade. I think, would you be happy for me to swap it off of the live, my lovely? Like I said, I don't think there'll be a wait at all. Oh, no, that one's close, but it's too bright. Nope. Okay, so would you, like I said, I don't think there will be a wait. Let me bring you back up so I can explain. If there is a wait, I'll pop you an email over and just explain there's a wait and if you're happy to. And then if you don't hear from me, it means that it's been successfully swapped, and it will be by tomorrow, by the end of tomorrow. Because what I do is after the live, I process through the morning after, and then I go through and drill the pearls so they're ready to be set. So are you happy for me to match off of the live? Yes. Okay, so if you don't hear from me by the end of tomorrow, it means that they've been swapped And like I said, I don't think there's going to be weight at all. I'm pretty sure I'd have one to match that. So if I write this down, we're going to swap peach to match the purple. And then you'd like to have the purple on the jewellery, I think. Purple on the earrings. Okay, perfect. Angela, I've got that down for you then. Thank you for the donations with your shells. That's safe up there for you. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Okie dokie. And that brings us to up next today is Linda Southam. Linda, are you here? Have I got any more of them earrings? Possibly, Cindy. That's one I don't know off the top of my head. I know that they're not on the website. And I honestly don't know if I've got any more in. If you was interested in them, if you pop me an email over and then I can definitely have a look for you. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm not much more help on the live right now. And Linda, you are here. Hello, hello, hello. You also have a gifting gonk. So let's go across, Linda. Do you know which one you would like, my lovely? So besotted, smitten, charmed and hopeful. Which one would you like? Besotted. So that's this one up here. So straight here and let's, oh no, that's me, sorry, let's go down, here we go. Okay, so besotted, good luck my lovely. Oh, and there's a item of jewellery. Okay, so you've got a cage pendant to start with your 1, 2 and 3 oysters. There's no more in there. Now this cage pendant is our filigree cage, no, our, oh my gosh, my brain's gone. It's not the filigree egg. I think it's the water drop cage pendant. Oh my gosh, how can I forget the name of this one? This one we've had around for a good number of years. It's a very popular one on the website. I think it's the water drop cage pendant. So with it being a cage, as you know, you'll be able to swap and change the pearls around at home. And then the shape itself is a water drop. And then you've got this filigree design covering the top half of the cage itself. The bottom half, you've got a lovely large gap there that you can see the pearl through. So the pearl sits towards the bottom there. You can see it through the filigree design as well, but you see it largely at the bottom. Now, unless you've got a pearl smaller than a 6.5, it will definitely hold there. If you get a pearl which is a 6, I would suggest not to put it in this cage pendant, but for anything from a 6.5 above, this would hold. You don't have this one, Linda. Perfect. So I hope you're happy with him. And let's open up your 3 oysters. There's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And is there certain colours you're hoping for? Haven't seen that one on the website. Oh, he has a, I mean, if he's not on the website now, he will come back into stock, as that one is a sort of rolling item. Donate the shells, Linda. Perfect. So oyster number 1. There's one side and the other side. Oh, look at him. Gorgeous burgundy red pearl there. So there's no pearls on that side. And then let me just squidge him out. And then there's no more in that one. So first pearl has given you a burgundy red. He is pretty. Let me hold him up so you can see. Oh. So I'm just going to get this focused and then I can... Here we go. Gorgeous. Oh, he looks like it's slightly two-tonal, brighter there, slightly darker, and back to the brighter again. So burgundy red from your first oyster. Moving on to oyster number 2. There's one side and the other side. Oh wow, look at him. So there's no more pearls on that side. And you've got a bright coral there. There's no pearls there. That flesh is slightly corally too, but that's not a pearl in there. You've got a gorgeous bright coral. And I think them colours go beautifully together. I can just imagine my dad saying, no, they don't. But to me, they go beautifully together. And then moving on to your last oyster, which again is... Oh, we don't know actually what it is. It's from your gifting Gonk parcel. So there's one side. And the other side. Oh wow, he is a midnight blue. We are getting some beautiful colours today. There's no more in that one either. Okay, so burgundy red, bright deep coral, and then look at this midnight blue. I'm hoping you guys can see the blue on the camera. Sometimes with the dark colours, the camera doesn't always show them as beautifully as if it was in front of you. But he is stunning. Pretty much Kathy, yeah. Maybe even a little bit worse than Aaron. Bless him. So what do you think to these? Linda, if you're happy with these colours, that's perfect. They are yours. As you know, if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. Your burgundy red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. The bright coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And then your midnight blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He is an 8.5. Love them all. Very happy. Perfect. I'm glad you're happy with those. Let me bring you back up again. Okay. Linda, thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells then, my lovely. And I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. Okie dokie. The blue, I was thinking that, Sue, that dark blue in the cage, and then as the light hits the blue, I might get the photo with it in the with the blue in the cage. Linda, you're very welcome. Up next then today is Kathy Rax. Kathy, are you here? Currently, including Kathy, there is 3 people on the order list. Oh no, sorry, 4 people on the order list. So if you would like to order, there will be space available for today. And I'll do an updated order list as we go. Kathy, hello my lovely. And you're ready to go. You've got a gifting gonk, so you would like to have Hopeful and donate the shells. So Hopefuls, again, I'm just going to move it forward just so I don't know if you can see that there. So let's bring you back again. So Hopeful. Okay, and you've got 1 item of jewellery and 1, 2 and 3 oysters there. There's nothing else in there. Now you have got a crystal pendant. So your crystal pendant, Kathy, you can choose to have a pearl on or off of the jewellery. It's going to be up to you. This one is not the same on both sides. So the main colouring with this pendant is at the front here. Let me just get it so it sits straight. Why isn't that sitting straight? Oh, no, there we go. So this is the Bermuda Blue drop pendant. Now these ones are on the website. I don't know if this colour is in stock on the website, but this style of pendant is on there. Okay, so it means that just depending on where the light catches it, depends on what shape, on all the different blues that you're seeing. It is stunning. Now, if you choose to have your pearl on this one, it sits at the top and will be able to move around, or you can keep this as it is and then keep the pearls loose. So it's completely up to you. Now the reverse side of this is a plain silver shade. So it's a darker silver. So you could wear it this way round as well if you wanted, because the pearl would flip over if you wanted it to. But as I said before, all this colouring and this design with this one is towards the front of the pendant. Okay, so I hope you're happy with that one. And then you've got 3 oysters with him. So, donate the shells. Is there certain colours that you're hoping for at all? Oyster number 1. There's one side. And the other side. And your first one is a dark purple. There's no more in that one. So first colour is a dark deep purple pearl. Oh, let me get that focused for you. And then moving on to oyster number 2. There's one side and the other side. And in here you've got a darker pearl. There's no more in that one. And he looks like he's, hang on, let me dry him up just to confirm. He is a dark silver chocolate. So if we can see here, base lighter shade of chocolate there, but he does have that gorgeous silvery overtone. Now the size difference with these two you can definitely see, but again the colours I think go beautifully together, even though they are obviously from the different oysters. Moving on to your last oyster. there's one side and the other side. And in here you are twinning. And there's no more in that one. I just want to show you the shell with this one. Look at this bit here on the shell. Can you see that sort of mother of pearl oil slick tone on the inside there? Those shells, their mother of pearl is the colouring when they do have the colours isn't as prominent as the other shells, but they do catch the light beautifully as well. Okay, so these two are different shades of, one's a chocolate and one's a silvery silver. Let me show you. So you've got one chocolate twin and then one silver twin. So all together, Kathy, we've got dark purple, silver chocolate, then your chocolate and then a silver. What do you think to all of these? Now, if I run them through the board for you, I'll need to know if you'd like to have one on the jewellery, and if so, which one you would like. And then, of course, if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. So the dark purple's not a 5, not a 5.5. Not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. The silver chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Chocolate's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And then the silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. Swap the chocolate for a baby blue and baby blue on the pendant. Okay, let me grab a baby blue for you. Oh, that one caught my eye straight away. He's slightly two-tonal. Let me show you. If you prefer a non-two-tonal, that's absolutely fine. So he's mainly this light baby blue. Oh my gosh, let me put my teeth back in. I can't. Right, let me try again. Mainly a lighter baby blue, but then you've got that slight brighter area, and then back to the lighter blue. Like I said, if you prefer not to have a two-tonal one, let me know and I can change it. That's perfect. Perfect. Okie dokie. Let me bring you back up so I can write this down. Just confirm for me, Kathy, are you happy with the other colours as well? Just pop them in here. Yes, you are. Okay, perfect. And you're very welcome. So Kathy, thank you for the donations with your shells there. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. What earrings am I wearing? I'm wearing just simple drop earrings today. So 925 silver simple drop earrings. I think I've got purpley silver pearls on them. Yeah. Sorry, I've got various different colours in these earrings. Yeah, purple silver on them. Hello, welcome to everybody joining. Up next then today is Cindy Brown. Cindy, are you here? Oh, Sophie, I'm glad you still enjoy them. The studs are really comfy, aren't they? I quite like the length of the post on the studs. I know that may sound silly, but I quite like a longer post. And our studs, they do have that longer post, in my opinion. Brittany, hello, hello, hello. Cindy, hello, my lovely. You also have one of our gifting gonks today. Let's go across. Nope, that's not it. Let's go across to them here. So, Cindy, I'll need to know which gonk would you like? We have got Besotted, Smitten, Charmed, and Hopeful. Which one do you think would you like, my lovely? They are on until just gone Valentine's Day, Sophie. So just past the 14th of February. I'll work out what the date is and then I'll post about it. But they'll be on for the next couple of weeks at least. Debbie, bless you. Thank you for the stars, Debbie. Oh, Cindy, can you have Hopeful? You can indeed. So Hopeful is this one here. Oh, there we go. And let's bring you straight back across. Okay, so in here, good luck, my lovely. And you have got a double item or parcel. So you've got 2 items of jewellery in there. And then you've got 1, 2 and 3 oysters. So Cindy, you've got a pair of earrings for the oyster openings. And then you've got a pendant as your bonus item. And your pendant is very love themed already. So this pendant has got a gorgeous bright hot pink pearl on him. Oh, I've popped the wrong size jumps ring on here. Is it going to thread through? It won't. I'll have to change the fitting on here just to make this larger. I've popped the wrong one on. I do apologise. I can still show you though. I'll just hold it up instead. So the pendant itself is the disc with the hearts there. So there are lots and lots of the hearts, all different sizes and directions. And then you've got a hot pink pearl. So as this drops down, it sits in the middle of the pendant there, and as you can see, can move around. That's your bonus item, Cindy. So I hope you're happy with that one. And then if I grab your pair of earrings. So your earrings, you can choose to have your pearls on or off of these. So again, that's going to be completely your choice. They are hook back earrings and they have got moonstone gems in them. Okay, so hook back earrings, and then this is how they sit. Now if you choose to have your pearls on these ones, they actually sit at the top here, so they drop down just at the top point of the design and sit there. Okay, so if I zoom in so you can see, now you've got this symbol in the middle here, so you've got a circle and then you've got these triangle swirls coming out. So again, it's almost like an all-in-one, you can sort of trace it round. Hanging from that, you've got a raindrop moonstone at the bottom. So you can have these earrings as they are, or like I said, you can choose to put your pearls on them. It's completely up to you, my lovely. But I hope you're happy with these. Now these, Linda, I was just about to say, these I do have ready to go on the website. They will be a new item on the website shortly. So I do have lots of these ready to go on. So they'll be on the website, I imagine, in the next couple of weeks, which is exciting. So I hope you're happy with them, Cindy. You'll be one of the first people to receive them. And then 3 oysters with that. So 2 items of jewellery and 3 oysters. There's 1, 2, and 3. So donate the shells. Cindy, are there certain colours that you're hoping for? Oyster number 1. Happy with them? Perfect. Okay, oyster number 1. There's one side. And the other side. And, oh, popped out straight away there. In your first oyster, you have got a darker chocolate. That dark bit there is just the part of the oyster flesh. Okay. So dark chocolate pearl to start with. Perfect. Moving on to oyster number 2. There's one side and the other side. And in here you've got another darker pearl, and there's no more in that one. And he's actually a dark chocolate again here. So 2 darker chocolate pearls. Now they are different shades and different sizes. And then moving on to your last oyster, my lovely. There's one side and the other side. Oh, and in here I can see there's none on that side. Oh, and this one's popped out. You've got 1 and 2. You are twinning. And twinning with gorgeous dark deep purple pearls. Now visually I can see that these are slightly different shades and sizes, but there's not a lot in it at all. So the larger of the purples and then just the slightly smaller of the purples. Let me hold these up for you. So 2 different shades of chocolate and then twinning purples. The larger of the 2 is slightly darker and the smaller of the 2 is almost like a silvery tone to him. What do you think to these, Cindy? So as I said before, I'll need to know if you'd like to have pearls on or off the jewellery. And if on, what pearls would you like? And again, if you prefer to, you can swap them if you would like to. If I run them through the board, chocolate number 1, the visually smaller of the two, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Chocolate number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And then purple number 1 is, which is visually darker of them, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. And then the visually slightly lighter is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. So they're actually measuring the same size. It must just be the shade of the pearl that makes them look visually slightly different in size. What do you think, Cindy? Thank you ever so much, Bab. Thank you. Oh. It is Nicola. I was just thinking that. The purple is a really nice deep shade, isn't it? What do you think? It sometimes does, Dale. If I don't see or hear them come in, yeah, I often sort of do a oh, as it, no, not like that. That was really bad. Like a ah. Yes, it can scare me sometimes. I need to stop doing sound effects. Oh, can we swap the purples for lilacs for the earrings? And the other two for bright yellows for hoop fittings. Now with the lilacs, there will be a weight on those. So if you're happy to wait, then I can definitely pop you on the waiting list if you don't mind. If you prefer not to wait, the lightest purples I've got in at the moment is sort of the bright purples. So I'm just grabbing some yellows for you. So if you're happy with those yellows, just let me know. And then, like I say, just confirm if you are happy to wait for the lilacs for the earrings. I hope it wouldn't be too long of a wait. It's just I don't have any available in my swaps at the moment. Okay, so what I've just done is I've wrote down that you'd like to have hoop fittings on the yellows. I've got down to swap the two dark purples for lilac purples, and then the lilac purples on the earrings. You'll wait. Okay, perfect, Cindy. Like I say, I don't think it'll be too long a wait, especially if I look through these. I might be able to find some. I don't think the waiting list on it is long at all, so we'll hopefully get that done for you soon, my lovely. I'm just popping them on here for you. Cindy, thank you for the donations with your shells as well. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. Oh, bless you. Well, I'm glad I can help, Dale, my lovely. Excuse me. There we go. I think it's just because I need to have a sip of drink, but it's going to be scalding hot. Although I am going to try. Oh, bless you, Cindy. You're very, very welcome. Yep, very, very hot. Okay. Up next this evening then, let's have a look. We have got Lisa Johnson up next. Lisa, are you here? Lisa, hello. Now, Lisa, you also have a gift from the Gonks. So let's go across so you can see which one you would like to pick from. You have got Besotted, Smitten, Charmed and Hopeful. What do you think? Which one would you like, Lisa? Oh, I just remembered an announcement I was meant to say at the start of the live. I'll say it after Lisa's opening. Can you have Smitten? Of course you can. So Smitten's in here. Let's go for this one. And I'll bring you straight across. So good luck, Lisa, my lovely. Okay, so in here. Oh, oysters first. 1, 2 and 3 oysters. And you have got a crystal pendant. Now, this crystal pendant cut... Oh, sorry. Oh, gosh, sorry. I couldn't... My tongue got in the way. This crystal pendant colour we have seen already this evening. We have not seen this design. So this is the rectangle growing crystal pendant within a Bermuda blue. I hope you're happy with this one, Lisa. Now with this one, you can choose to have your pearl on or off the jewellery. Okay, if you have it on the jewellery, it can sit at the top and it can move around. Or you can, like I say, have no pearl on here, keep the pendant as it is and have the pearl loose. It's completely up to you. The reverse of this one is the silver shade. All the detail of this is at the front here. He is stunning. So I hope you're happy with that one. And 3 oysters with him. So let me get these open here. Love it. Perfect. I'm glad you're happy with him. So 1, 2 and 3. Now, Lisa, would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours that you're hoping for? Okay, so oyster number 1. Well, there's one side. That's why we give the option, Billy, because some people prefer them with the crystal pendants with pearls. Some people prefer them without, which is why the option is there. Okay, and the other side, Donate the shells, and your first pearl out is a lilac purple. There's no more in that one. So you have got a lilac purple from your first oyster. Moving on to oyster number 2. There's one side and the other side. And in here you have got a pinkle. And again, there's no more in that one. So a pinkle, it couldn't grab that then. It's a base pink, and then he's got the slight purple overtone to him. So if I pop him in here, and actually look at those together. Let me get that focused. All the pearls are going so beautifully with each other today. Okay, lilac purple and pinkle. Moving on to your last oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in here you are twinning, and there's no more in that one. Twinning with darker pearls. They look like they're slightly different shades. Right, okay, so we've got a larger one which is a chocolate, and then a smaller one which is a chocolate purple. So let me show you. So the larger chocolate is in the sand. There we go. And then the two-tonal chocolate, and can you see that purple? We can't always see the purple come through on the camera, but he does have purple with him. Okay, so twinning chocolates, one chocolate purple, and they're different sizes. So the chocolate purple is visually smaller than his twin. And then you've got your lilac and your pinkle as well. Lisa, I'll need to know if you're happy with these colours, if you'd like to have a pearl on or off of the jewellery. If you're not happy with these, we can swap them for you. Your lilac purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Your pinkle is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the chocolate purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he is a 7.5. What do you think to these? Oh, were they, Debbie? I love that. Thank you, Dale. Can you swap the larger for a light coral? Light coral. Of course we can. What do you think to that coral there? If you're happy with that one, that's perfect. If you're not happy, I can swap him obviously for a different one. And then what do you think? Would you like a pearl on or off of that jewellery? They really do. I agree. They look beautiful, especially with that coral. It sort of feeds into the pastel tones you've got there as well. What do you think, Lisa? Are you happy with that coral there? Oh, perfect. Love the coral, pink and lilac together. Pearl off the jewellery. It's too pretty. Of course. Well, I'm glad you're happy with those then. And then I'll just write this down. So no pearl on the jewellery. And of course you still get all your pearls. And they do look beautiful together. I love it. Okay, let me pop them on here and I'll write that down for you. Okay, so no pearl on there. Perfect. Lisa, thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. And I've just popped that up there for you. Sorry, the label, just need to move the label again. Very happy. Perfect. I'm glad you're happy, my lovely. Okay, perfect. And up next today is Bronnie Van Leer. Bronnie, are you here? Sorry, my cup got stuck to my coaster then. I was just trying to lift it up. Remember the peas in the pod pendant, Sue? We've got our triple... can't remember what it's called, but we've got the triple pendant on the website at the moment, if it's still in stock. If it's not, I'll have to get more stock in of them, but it's the one where they sit, it's not the peas in the pod, they sit sort of slightly more apart, but they all go down together. Bronnie, hello, good evening. Bear with me, Bronnie. All the shells do still go to the nursery. Here's just a couple of images of what the nursery does with them. I haven't got any updated images for at least a year now, but to be honest, I haven't asked my mum either, bless her. Okay, so Bronnie, you have got a gifting gonk as well. So let's go across, my lovely. Which gonk would you like? So we've got besotted, smitten, charmed and hopeful. Which one would you like, my lovely? Sorry, I keep swallowing like my saliva today. It's making me cough on it. I do apologise. Can you have besotted? You can indeed. That's this one over here. So this is your one here. So if we bring you back across, my lovely. So good luck, Bronnie. And in here, you have got a double item, double jewellery in your parcel. And then we've got 1, 2 and 3 oysters there. Okay, so 2 items of jewellery in here, my lovely. Excuse me. If we start with this one is the ready-made crystal charm. Let's grab, where's the card gone? Sorry. So you've got a ready-made crystal charm. Now this crystal charm is not on the website yet, and it is the clear crystal triangle charm. So it's quite a nice sized triangle. So you can see there's the front. If I show you a side view, it's got a point either side and then back to that side. So it's quite a thicker crystal charm altogether. And this one has actually got a beautiful brighter dark purple on here. Okay, so obviously I will be popping the fitting on that you've chosen already. So that's your bonus item of jewellery. So I hope you're happy with that one, my lovely. Brilliant. So if I just pop that in here. And then your other item, you have got a pendant. This pendant, you can have the pearl on or off of the jewellery. So that's going to be your choice. You can choose on or off of the jewellery here. And this one is, we saw a charm similar to this one earlier. I believe it's called the open wing pendant. There we go. So this one is a silhouette, a hollowed silhouette of a butterfly. Oh, let me get it focused. So the border of the outline, I should say, of a butterfly. There we go. So when I say you have your pearl on this one, it sits at the top and it would be able to move around. It sort of sits generally just off to the side there. Or you can not have the pearl in the drawer if you prefer to and have it as it is and the pearl's loose. Again, that's your decision, Bronnie. But I hope you're happy with that one. And then 3 oysters to go with that. So I hope you're happy with both items of jewellery there. With your oysters, would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And is there certain colours that you're hoping for? Sorry, again, I'm just double checking that we don't have stinkers as we go. So oyster number 1. There's one side. Donate the shells. Perfect, thank you. And the other side. And oyster number 1, Bronnie, you have got a yellow. And there's no more in that one. Now this is a bright lemon yellow. I'm going to say almost sunshine yellow here. But he's definitely one of our brighter lemon yellows. There we go. So that's from your first oyster. Oyster number 2. There's one side. And the other side. And in here we've got a darker pearl. And there's no more in that one. And he looks like he's a dark chocolate pearl here. So we've got a yellow and a chocolate. Again, they go beautifully together there. And then moving on to your last oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in here, a very dark pearl. And there's no more in that one. So let me just have a look at this one here. And you have got a black pearl there. So you've got a bright lemon yellow, a black and a chocolate. Bronnie, what do you think to these? Now again, if you're happy with these colours, that's perfect. They are yours. If you're not happy, we can swap them for you. And then I'll need to know if you'd like to have a pearl on or off of the jewellery. If on, I'll need to know which colour you would like. So if I run these through the board for you, your black is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He is a 7.5. The lemon yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And the chocolate's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5 as well. You'd like to have the yellow on the jewellery. That's perfect. Can you confirm, are you happy with the other 2 colours there? Go on the waiting list for burgundy matching reds. Of course you can. Let me bring you back up and I'll write that down for you. So first of all, we're going to have yellow on the jewellery, and then swap black and chocolate for matching burgundy reds. Okay, and then jump rings on the reds. On jump rings. Okay, now the invoice will get sent across for you tomorrow, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form. The swap for the reds may not be done tomorrow. It may take a little bit of time to get the reds, especially with them being matching as well. But the invoice does still get sent tomorrow when I process it through. Okay, so I hope that's okay, and I hope that the wait on the reds isn't too long of a wait. I'm just popping these on here for you. So I hope you're happy there. Just double checking I've got everything. Perfect. You're very welcome, my lovely. No hurry. Oh, bless you. Well, you'll be, I think, possibly at the top or one down from the top. I'll have to double check on the list. So hopefully it's not too long of a wait anyway. Thank you for the donations with your shells, Bronnie. That's safe up there. And of course, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. It was Amy, 100%. That may be the end of the order list for today. Or I forgot to do the announcement. So this week we are live on Tuesday. We're live on Wednesday, which is the monthly charm deal for February. We're live on Friday and Sunday, so 4 times this upcoming week. So the announcement was that Wednesday is Wednesday the 1st of February, and we are live that day. Now, normally we go live on the first Wednesday of each month for our monthly charm deal, and it just so happens that it is the 1st this year with February. So we're live Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday and Sunday, monthly charm deal on Wednesday. Okay. Right, I think that is the end of the order list for today then. Yep, just refresh that. Perfect. So thank you all for watching and for joining in. So we're going to be live again on Tuesday evening from around 8 p.m. on Tuesday. Bless you, Sue. So I hope you'll have a brilliant start to your week and a Monday morning. Am I live on Friday the 10th of February? I believe so, yes. I believe so, Sophie, yeah. The dates for Facebook will be going crazy tomorrow because the dates, not tomorrow, possibly tomorrow, but the dates for February upcoming events will be posted this week on Facebook. So all the dates were live in February. So do keep an eye out on that. Facebook will go crazy just for an hour or so once all the events are posted. But once it's done, at least they're on, and then you get to see when we are live all February. So again, have a brilliant start to your week, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Take care. Bye.